Hello, you're live with Fashion Cross Functional, and today I'm going to share with you something very personal to me. I'm going to share 4 hard truths that led my family clothing business to bankruptcy. So stay tuned for more. Hi again, I'm Baku Rombini, and for those who don't know me, I am the founder of Fashion Cross Functional, in short, Fashion FXF. I help fashion brands implement new tools and methods to be more effective and make more impact in their business. Today I'm going to talk about a very personal story, my family and their clothing business. I'm going to share 4 hard truths that I learned from the failures they made. My family was both amazing and hard. It was amazing because I got that immense chance to be surrounded with beautiful things, luxury fabric, tailored and well-made craft. My family taught me how to sew, how to embroider. It was really magical. They were real craftsmen. They were in love with top-notch couture and well-made stitches. On the other hand, having to deal with the ups and downs of the business was the hard part. I felt all my family's anxiety. I was a child, but I could feel it in my bones when the business was bad. It really felt uncomfortable. Plus, my family was so bad on the business part that they put the belief in my head that working in the fashion industry would never get me anywhere. Until I worked with other successful designers, I kept believing that it will never get me anywhere. But once I started working with successful brands, I started understanding that it is also possible to succeed in this business, and analyzing the difference between fashion companies that succeed and the ones that fail, especially my family, made me realize some hard truths about what they did wrong and what got them into bankruptcy. We lost everything: our client, our business, and a few months ago we even had to give up our workshop. And this just because my family was not in the right mindset or had not a sufficient knowledge to survive in this business. You see, I learned from the business that there are a few basic things that you need to get straight when you start. If you don't, you might have a shot and be lucky selling a few pieces here and there, but the probability to make a solid and sustainable business will decrease tremendously. So here are the hard truths I learned. And to start with, hard truth number 1: making a good product is not enough. My family believed that if your product is really good enough, people will buy from you. And for many years, they had the chance to have a privileged relationship with their main client. So the first years, they didn't have to look for any new client. But then the client left the country and we lost all our business, and we never really recovered from that. So the good product theory was not valid. This is how I found out. A good product is an excellent basis, and that's it. On top of that, you need to develop something more. You need to have a strong brand DNA, excellent photos and videos to back the brand DNA, and solid business strategy to go with your good product. So here's what you need to learn. A good product is just a good product. It's a beginning, but it's not enough. Hard truth number 2: being modest will not get you anywhere. So let me explain that one. I come from a very religious family. Money is seen as vulgar, and we are expected not to show off. I put the air quotes because the false assumptions my family had behind a good marketing or communication strategy really killed their business. They thought it was showing off, but actually this is what you need to do to get your product sold. If you see promoting your true God-given gift as showing off, or if you think money is vulgar, guess what? Life will stop giving it to you. period. And that's exactly what happened to them. So get this right. There is no alternative to this. At some point, you need to get yourself out there. Work on yourself if necessary, do some self-improvement, work with a coach, but do whatever it takes to get your brand out there. Go to events that matter, and by that, I mean the ones your target customers attend. So not the ones that matter to you, but the ones that matter to your target customers, okay? Communicate on social media. Share your gift with the world, but stop letting false modesty rule your business life. Okay. Hard truth number 3. People are not forced to buy from you. I get it, and trust me, as I told you at the beginning of this video, it truly breaks my heart to see amazing looking products left unsold. Sometimes I saw my family's eyes, the eyes of the people I loved, filled with a feeling of injustice. Oh, we did this, and we worked so hard on this, and nobody wants to buy from us. They worked on a handcrafted hat, but no one bought it. And they kept saying bitter things like, people don't know quality anymore, it was better, it used to be better, However, you have to understand that, like it or not, you are part of a huge market, and the expectations of this market evolve every single day. So you need to understand that and evolve accordingly, or you'll die, and your business will die as well. You have to really understand who is your target audience. How do they live? Where do they go to? How do they party? What magazines do they read? What kind of groups do they hang out in? Why do they follow? Or why do they follow the people they follow, and who do they follow? So stop enforcing your product on your target audience and start listening to what they want. Or maybe you got your wrong target audience, so you need to look for another audience that better fits with what you have to offer. But whichever the answer is, you need to work on this product customer fit, okay? So that you can offer the proper things to the right people. And I'm just going to check who's in here. So this leads me to hard truth number 4. Fashion is a serious industry. You have to learn how it works. Once I got to work with successful fashion brands, it was clear to me that my family had no idea about the business side of what they did. You have to understand a few things before you start. For example, in fashion, looks always matter, so you cannot afford being in it without photos, and if you do have photos, you cannot afford being in it with ugly photos. What is an ugly photo? Blurred photos, cluttered backgrounds, clothes that are not ironed properly. And I don't say this for my family because they would never have done that, but I've seen it a lot online. Lots of brands, some brands, they photograph their clothes and they are not ironed properly. Work with good photographers. Do as Sofia Amoroso from Nasty Girl did. Take photography lessons if you cannot afford a good photographer. But also on the business side, you need to work on this and learn from this too. Organize your production. Learn about brand DNA. Learn how to build a community about your product. And if you are wondering where and what to do right now to get into those first steps, I launched a free ebook a few weeks ago on how to start a clothing line. And these are really basic but essential steps to get you organized, your first steps into the fashion industry, okay? So I invite you to type info in the comment section below to get your copy. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for today. It was rather short, but before we say goodbye, I would like to ask you a few things. If you like the content of this video, you can like our page FashionFXF to receive more tools and methods on what works in the fashion business. Secondly, you can also share this video to the people who you think would benefit from it. Third, you will see that we recently opened a Facebook group called Fashion Fix. It is application based, so you can start applying from now on. Just type info in the comment section below and follow the instructions. And last but not least, we remind you of our free ebook on how to start a clothing line. We just mentioned it a few minutes ago. So type info in the comment section below again and follow the instructions to download. So that was it, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you very soon again. Bye!